Boxing truth here. Zurdo Ramirez is Triple G's toughest fight at 168 pounds. Let me tell you, that's a fight I really want to see Triple G in when the time is right down the line, as he's trying to handle business in the middleweight division. But let me tell you, that is going to be a hell of a fight if and when it does happen. As I see Zurdo Ramirez as not only Triple G's toughest fight at around the middleweight, super middleweight divisions, but I believe Zurdo Ramirez has the best chance at around the middleweight, super middleweight divisions to defeat Golovkin. I was watching a sparring video recently with Zurdo. Shout out to Nordic Warrior, who shared this video as Zurdo Ramirez was sparring with Canelo Alvarez. I've never seen it before, and before I played the video, I said to myself, Zurdo's going to get the better of Canelo, and that's exactly what happened. Never in a million years would I put Canelo in there with a guy like Zurdo Ramirez. He's just too big, too strong, and too busy for Canelo. As you can see in the sparring session, Zurdo was just outworking him, walking him down, and Canelo would land nice, flashy counters, but he was getting outpunched, outscored, and outworked. And he lost the round pretty clearly to Zurdo Ramirez. Interesting sparring session between the two. They weren't going all out. Wasn't no gym war or anything. They were just working with each other. But you could see Zurdo was getting the better of the action. And Zurdo, he's a difficult guy to fight. He's a big, strong, super middleweight, over 6 feet tall, can box. He's not some one-dimensional, plodding Mexican fighter. The guy has some boxing ability. He displayed it against Alfred Abraham. He throws a lot of punches. He's a volume puncher. He's not the most devastating puncher, but he can get your respect. He's a guy that grinds you down. He's a grind you down type puncher. Can wear you down and wear you out and stop you after accumulation of punches because he likes to let his hands go. And that's what I like about Zurdo. He puts his punches together. He lets his hands go, unleashes a lot of combinations, and he comes to fight. He can box when he needs to. He's got a long reach, a long frame. Southpaw guy who's, I say, would be very difficult to beat at super middleweight. I feel he's the best super middleweight. So it's unfortunate that he suffered a hand injury that has slowed his progress as champion. He's been unable to make it the defense of his title since winning the WBO strap back in April. And right now he's recovering, and it looks like he's going to be returning in the early part of 2017, perhaps February or March, as Top Rank looks to build his profile in hopes of landing the Golovkin fight for sometime in 2017. And it's a fight I definitely want to see. I think it's a great fight. It'll be interesting to see how Golovkin deals with an opponent like that, a guy much bigger, stronger, very busy, a guy that can bring it to you, a guy that can box a little bit as well. And Golovkin, if he can knock out Zurdo Ramirez, that would be a hell of a statement. I'd be very impressed. If he can just move up in weight and take away the strap from Zurdo Ramirez, not only defeat him, but knock him out and stop him. That would be, at the current moment, Golovkin's most impressive win, if he was to defeat Zurdo Ramirez in that type of fashion. But first things first, for Golovkin, the middleweight divisions are where the money fights are at. Zurdo needs to build his profile. But man, is that a potential great fight at 68? A real fight as well. Bob Arum is very confident Zurdo can knock out Gennady Golovkin. He's been pushing for that fight, and from the looks of it, that's the only fight realistically that can be made at 168 pounds for Golovkin, as Bob Arum is willing to roll the dice. He's willing to show some balls, unlike some other promoter who's protecting a lot of his fighters from some of the other great fighters across the street. Al Heyman is, I really doubt we'll ever see the DeGale Badu Jack winner against Golovkin. So Golovkin against Zurdo Ramirez for some time in late 2017. In late 2017, I believe, is going to be the fight to be made after, if Golovkin can handle his business at 160, perhaps get the Canelo fight and maybe even beat him. And if he can handle his business at 160, and if Zurdo can continue to win and look good in his subsequent fights, make a few defenses, build his name, fight around the Texas region, Golovkin Zurdo, potentially at a big stadium in Texas, will be a hell of an event. It will be a real fight. And I give Zurdo Ramirez a hell of a shot. I think he has the best chance out of everybody at 160 and 168 to defeat Golovkin. But no matter what, that's going to be a great fight. And I can't wait to see it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Do you agree that Zurdo is the toughest out for Golovkin at around these two divisions? DeGale ain't going to fight Triple G. He's trash anyway. Easy work for Golovkin. Badu Jack, doesn't really interest me. Zurdo Golovkin is definitely the fight to be made, I would say, around December of 2017. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.